Define mountaineering. I define mountaineering as called mountain climbing, the sport of attaining or attempting to attain high points in mountainous regions, mainly for the pleasure of the climb, although the term is often loosely applied to walking up low mountains that offer only moderate difficulty. It is more properly restricted to climbing in localities where, where, where the terrain and weather conditions present such as hazard for safety. A certain amount of previous experience will be found necessarily. For the untrained, mountaineering is a dangerous pastime. Mountaineering differs from other outdoor sports in that nature alone provides a field of action and is about all of the challenges. For the participant, climbing mountains embodies the thrills produced by testing one's courage, resourcefulness, cunning, strength, ability, and stamina. To the utmost in a situation of inherent risk mountaineering to a greater degree than other. Group activity with each member, both supporting and supported by the groups. Achievement at every stage. For most climbers, the pleasure of mountaineering lie not only in the conquest of a peak, but also in the physical and the spiritual satisfactions brought about through intense personal effort, ever increasing proficiency, and contact with natural grandeur. First, climbing harness. Climbing harness are designed to protect a fall of a climber by distributing the force of all over large percentage of the body. Harness makes rappelling, jumper, or technical climbing much more comfortable. Climbing harness is made of several interconnected loops of webbing that spans the body and used for hanging of person into heights. And above free depths, it gradually evolved from harnesses attached directly by the end of the rope to the body of the climber. One is helmet. Helmet is an essential piece of safety equipment. They protect the head against falling debris like rocks and other stuff. Many climbers are resistant to wearing one when they feel uncomfortable or unattractive, but they forget that their life is in danger. Climbers must raise awareness and encourage each other to use a helmet. And the third one is carabiner. Carabiners are vital for climbers and mountaineers to keep various pieces of equipment connected to each other and thus to keep themselves safe while they're climbing. Carabiner can take various forms and shapes, but it's usually metal oval with a spring-loaded clip that stays closed unless it's pushed open. Of course, if we have a harness, carabiner, also we have rope. What's rope? Rope is a rope that is used in climbing. It is a critical part of an extensive chain of protective equipment, which also includes climbing harness, like what I said, anchors, belay devices, and carabiners used by climbers to help prevent potentially fatal fall-related accident. Of course, we need mountaineering boots. No piece of gear is more critical to summiting a high peak than footwear. A great mountaineering boot fills countless roles. It offers support while carrying heavy loads, grips confidently over slick rock and snow, keep your feet warm when the mercury dips, and allows for the attachment of crampons and skis. Jacket. They protect from wind and water, provide ventilation to the body, and help to eliminate the sweat tanks. 2. Membrane layer. Stay comfortable while mountaineering. You need to dress in layers, just as you do when the backpacking with layers. You can adjust your comfort level by putting on and removing items, conditions, or your exposure level changes. If you start to work up a sweat, you can stop and remove a jacket. If you feel chilled, you can put it back on. And of course, we have gloves. Hiking gloves have two functions, protective and warming. During climbing, exploring the cave, or just during summer hikes, you can wear arm warmer kind of gloves made of thin fabric with protective inserts. Belay devices. Belay devices are pieces of rock climbing equipment through which the rope is passed. The friction created by the device helps the belayer to control the rope when belaying the climber. They also help an auxiliary to control a descent. Of course, backpack. Backpack help keep your hands free while hiking, but can help ensure that you can bring all your essentials, such as first aid kit, water, food, extra layers, etc. Also, you can bring tools and use it in case of emergency. That's why backpack is essential in mountaineering. Of course, water and food. Any outdoor activity requires more energy than your usual daily activities. Siyempre, when pag mag-mountaineering tayo, siyempre need natin ng energy. So, we need water and food. In order to be able to enjoy and endure the increased need for energy, your body will need more water and food. Knife. A good knife is an essential tool for all types of climbing. It's used for cleaning monkey, cut off a rock anchor, cutting cord for a V-thread, removing tape gloves, cutting stock rope of a crack, slicing up a cracked apple or cheese, and much more. Of course, we need first aid kit. First aid kit accidents is very important. If there is an accident or sudden illness are possible even with good preparation. That's why it is important, especially in remote areas, to be prepared for an emergency so that you can perform first aid quickly. So, syempre, first aid kit is very important para ma-prevent nat or pag sakaling nagsugat man tayo is magad nating maagapan, mag-prevent natin ito agad. And what are the disadvantages and advantages of mountaineering? First, the advantages of the mountaineering is, first one is training strength and endurance. Rock climbing is primarily about strength training, but exercising also stimulates your heart rates and burns a significant amount of calories. On average, a 70 kg person can burn out 600 calories per hour. Climbing, however, when compared to other workouts, climbing is more like interval training in that it produces shorter bursts of power compared to cardiovascular workouts such as running or cycling, which tend to provide more stable and steady heart rate. Number two, strengthening muscles. In classic rock climbing or boulder, that is climbing low rock formation without a rope, all muscle groups are pumped since the lower body is usually stronger than the upper body. The person will rely on the gluteal muscles, hamstring, and calves to hold into the wall, while the back, chest, shoulders, and arms work together to pull the body upward. Gradually, the forearms will get stronger because, unlike many other traditional workouts, it will take tremendous. And the third one, acquisition of new social connections. Climbing meets the social needs of a person. There is an element of community in these activities, and the gym is a great place to make new friends. The support and encouragement that a person feels from other participants stimulates a sense of satisfaction pushes for improvement and development in this direction. And number four, restoring peace of mind. But the physical component of this workout is not the only health benefit. Also, the mental health benefits are sense of confidence, the use of problem-solving skills, patience and endurance, and the sense of accomplishment one feels when reaching the top. This allows you to balance mental progresses, fight depression and anxiety. And number five, good strength. In addition to strengthening your muscles, you need to strengthen and stretch to move to from one move to the next climbing. It is a fantastic way to increase core strength, flexibility, and coordination. That's why the good stretch is very important. And what is the disadvantages of mountaineering? Safety is critical to training success. There is always a risk of failing or injury, and therefore training should only be carried out under the supervision of professionals and on safe equipment. Most views have very specific and strict rules that must be followed. For some, this is also minus of classes. Tips for beginners: the best way to get started climbing is to head indoors and take beginner lessons. Most of the rooms offer memberships and lessons with the levels that the participants goes through as they master specific skills. The centers employ qualified instruction who will tell you about the equipment and also conduct the first classes. Another disadvantages of the gym that you don't have to buy a lot of equipment. Most have equipment that can be rented and sometimes it is included in the price of the classes. But be sure to buy a good pair of sneakers and comfortable clothing that allows you to move freely. For beginners in climbing, customizing workouts will help the body adapt to the exercise and give it time to master a new set of skills. It is worth starting with one or two sessions per week. And as your body gets stronger, you might consider adding another activity or workout. Facilities offer free time in the gym when you can exercise your own after completing a certain level of fitness. What are the benefits in mountaineering? The first benefit is improved physical fitness. Mountain climbing is a great workout for your whole body. It requires strength, endurance, and coordination. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Mountaineering is an excellent aerobic workout. And the second one is learning persistence. Mountaineering is an excellent way to build willpower. It's not easy fit scaling mountains day in and day out, but the sense of elation and accomplishment you feel upon submitting each one is addictive. And the third one, establish healthy routines. Unless you're already in top physical condition, most experts recommend that would-be climbers and hikers spend a minimum of 3 months preparing their bodies for the trip. So, nagpe-prepare muna sila ng 3 months bago sila sumabak sa hiking or mountaineering kasi nga, need talaga ng strength para mag-succeed ka dun sa gagawin o saan kayo mag-hiking. And the fourth one is improve mental health. Not only does hiking and mountain climbing improve different parts of your physical health, but it's also your mental state as well. Research has displayed that partaking in group outdoor activities decreases pessimistic and repetitive thoughts regarding the self, which are generally linked to anxiety and depression. So, yung mountaineering and hiking, hindi lang sa about sa physical health na lalaging katawan mo or something about your physical, but also in mental health. Natutulungan niya rin tayo na mawala yung stress o anxiety na pinagdadaanan natin. And 5 places for mountaineering. The first one is Mount Everest. Second one, Mount Kilimanjaro. Third one, Mount Pulag. Fourth one, Mount Apo. And the fifth one is Mount Pico del Oro. Mount Everest, fondly called as the roof of the world. So, meaning, siya yung pinakamataas sa buong mundo na pwede nating akyatin. Conquering this towering peak is a very mountaineer's dream. So, pinaka-dream daw siya ng mga mountaineers kasi nga, siya yung pinakamataas na bundok. Siyempre, parang nakaka-motivate na siya na akyatin. Dahil nga, pag naakyat mo to, parang na-achieve mo na sobra yung goal mo. Kasi lahat ng mga mountaineering hinahangad na makaakyat ng Mount Everest dahil hindi nga basta-basta makaakyat sa Mount Everest. Need natin ng mahabang preparation para maakyat natin yung Mount Everest. And the second one is Mount Kilimanjaro. The tallest mountain in Africa is an imposing monolith towering across the plains, providing stark contrast with its rocky. Itong Kilimanjaro, matatagpuan natin siya sa Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro is more on rock. Matatalim ng mga bato-bato na yung formation nila iba-iba. And the third one is Mount Pulag. It is yet another coldest mountain range in the country that awaits you. The peak is also regarded as the third highest in the entire nation and has a chilly atmosphere surrounding. The journey to the base point will take you an average of 9 hours, 6 hours bus ride from Metro Manila to Baguio City, 3 hours to. The total hike to the campsite can take 5 hours to reach where one can spend the rest of the night. Mossy forest along with the bed of clouds wait to embrace you at the peak while sunrise. And Mount Apo. Mount Apo, ito matatagpuan. Alam naman natin matatagpuan ito sa Pilipinas in Davao City. This is an old veteran standing upright among all the other mountains in the country. Mount Apo can be rightfully hailed as one of the oldest mountain ranges. Mas di ba sa pinakamatandang inaakyatan ng mga mountaineering. And the fifth one is Mount Pico del Oro. When people talk about mount climbing in the Philippines, there is one mountain that you don't miss in conversation. Mount Pico del Oro, since the mountain is only 664 meters above sea level. Most hikers can scale in a day, but there are some few who choose to stay overnight. If you are spending spring vacation with your friends, then spending the night at amazing peaks of Mount Pico del Oro is a great way to bond. So, yung Mount Pico nga, madali lang daw siyang akitin. Isipin mo yung 664 meters lang. Pero yung iba, pinipiling mag-overnight. Why? Kasi nga daw, gusto nila daw ma-experience o ma-feel yung ganda ng view ng Mount Pico del Oro. Dahil once in a lifetime lang doon silang aakyat doon. Kaya why not daw i-enjoy pa nila yung pag-akyat nila doon. And we have 3 famous mountaineering around the world. Her name is normal names Purha. Nationality in Nepal. Born 1983. Nirmal Purha at the top of Mount Everest in 2019. Siya daw akauna lang umakyat sa Mount Everest. Isipin mo yun, napakataas ang kagaya na sabi ko kanina na kung sa mountaineering, napakalaking success doon pag naakyat mo yung Mount Everest. And the second one is Andrzej Bargil. Nationality Polish. Born 1988. Andrzej Bargil in action during a training session in LA Grave, France on January 28, 2018. Andrew Bargil gets to grips with the mountain surface in LA Grave. Not only does this headline hitting an alpine scale the toughest mountains at super fast speed, Bargil often skis back down them. In 2018, he became the first to ski down from the si Andrzej Bargil daw, siya kauna nag-slide pababa sa bundok. Kasi kami napakagaling yan, no? Isa rin pala siyang professional na Red Bull player. And the third one is Colin Haley. Nationality, American, born 1984. And Colin Haley self-portrait during the first solo ascent of the Infinite Spar Mount Foraker. So, para-parehas lang sila na player ng Red Bull, sponsor sila ng Red Bull. So, yung ginagawa nilang ito hindi biro dahil nakasalala yung buhay nila dito. dito.